How's it
How are
going?
you?
Yeah, good, thanks. How are things with you?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Cool.
How's pandemic life going on now?
Yeah, it's a bit, Europe's been a bit strange at the moment, like everyone's kind of keeping their eye on the news and stuff, but it seems, we're just keeping his eye on things, but I hope things, kind of get, clear up soon. So how's things where you are?
We are currently having a partial lockdown
Okay.
because
Are
the
you
cases
okay?
have gone up recently. Yeah.
Right, right. Yeah, I'm thinking Wakefield's going to be the same. Where I am, I have a feeling we'll be doing another lockdown again at some point. But Gary and Ryan are flying. The other band members are flying to England in the next few days. So fingers crossed. We can still do do some stuff around the album launch. But who knows at the moment? We don't really know. So yeah.
Uh, yeah. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me here.
No worries. Thanks for
Yeah.
doing it. Cool.
So we have a few questions to ask you. So just without further ado, I'm just gonna start asking you several questions.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the Crips will be releasing their 8th album, Night
Yeah.
Network, on the 20th of November,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I still wait to collect my metal baggage, imported straight from the West.
So can you just tell us more about the album?
Yeah, so the album was recorded last year, and we've had a little bit of time off in between records. We had a lot of problems with our old record labels and things, and so that's why we had a lot of time off, like negotiating our rights back. But the story of this record is the fact that when we were like really kind of ground down and didn't feel like doing it anymore, we almost felt like quitting as a band. And we were playing a gig. We'd been invited to do a stadium gig with the Foo Fighters in Manchester. And we were thinking to ourselves, maybe this might be the last time we play. We felt like just giving up and quitting. But by a chance offer, like Dave Grohl mentioned that we could go out and use his studio, and he was really kind and said, come out to LA and use our place. So at that point, we thought to ourselves, well, that's a really great offer to have, and it made us all kind of think, well, actually, there's really nice people in the music industry too. So we got a record together, and then went out to LA and recorded at the Foo Fighters personal studio and made a record there. And in the meantime, like, we managed to get all our rights back, and we battled with our former label and signed a new record deal, and now everything's like really good, and it's like a rebirth for the band. We feel like it's like we've started all over again, and this record almost feels a bit like making our debut album again. It feels like that we have that same energy for it and stuff. I don't know if it's because we've had time off as well, but it just feels like a fresh start, and it's really, we're really happy about that.
Oh, okay, great to know that. So, like, what kind of sounds and styles are you exploring on this album?
Well, on this album, the approach was, we almost felt like we were like trying to make our debut album again, but knowing what we know now as far as musicians, we're a lot more knowledgeable in things now than what we used to be. So what we found was, usually when we write a record, we have like all our touring gear, everything that we take on the road with us, and we bring it into the practice studio, and then you plug the pedals in, and stuff just sounds good. It sounds like good, straight away. So on this record, we got rid of all the pedal boards and plugged straight into the amps, and just kind of made we wanted the album to sound like, we wanted the songs to be good first and foremost. So even if it was played through a terrible guitar amp or through a really good guitar amp, we want the song just to be good. We just want it to be a nice, hooky, good song, and get rid of all the fancy effects and everything. So this song was like written on very stripped down, like vintage drums, vintage guitars, and vintage bass and things, and just the three of us, like in the practice room, going back to just just concentrating on the songwriting more than anything else. So I feel like it's a bit more less effective than the other records and things, and just like a bit more like classic songwriting basically. One of the reasons why we wanted to record in the studio, the Foo Fighters Studio, was to do with the fact that a lot of the gear they've got is like very old and vintage and stuff as well, and getting rid of that old modern thing, because a lot of people record on computers nowadays, but ours was recorded live and straight to tape, like no computer on the first bit of the recording anyway. And so yeah, we just wanted to just go back to like classic songwriting and go down that route really, and I think it came across.
Oh, okay, that's great. So how was the response so far from the Crips fans regarding your album, the single?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, it's been great. We've released 2 singles so far off the record. And then we've also released another one that we did with Lee Ronaldo, which isn't a single, but we just wanted to get it out there because a lot of the time when you're releasing a record, people always end up hearing the short pop songs. But we just wanted to show that there was more to the album than just short pop songs or things like that. So the response so far has been really, really positive. I think people feel like it sounds like when we first started out, and I think that's to do with the fact that we do feel like there's been a little bit of a rebirth for the band. So yeah, I think so far anyway, so good. The response has been really, really positive, and it feels like, I don't know if it's to do with like lockdown and stuff, but there's been a lot more. It seems like everywhere, not just like like the UK and Europe. It feels like everywhere seems to be really responding well to the album. So we're really pleased about that, definitely.
Oh yeah, great to hear that. So when will you be releasing the next single of the album?
So there's going to be I think one of the things, it's weird now with digital and radio and stuff, because before, I remember you used to like get a nice like 7-inch single and put it out and you'd be like, oh, it's coming out on this date, whereas nowadays it's all like around the it's all like released digitally and stuff. But I think the single comes out around the time of the album release, but then I think we'll probably do another one. And also we're considering like this, I've never told anyone this yet anyway, we haven't announced or anything, but we're considering we recorded a Christmas song a few years ago, and because of everything that's been going on this year, and like we just thought just to add some more positivity and give people more new music, we're considering even putting that out like as a last minute thing this year as well. So just like, who knows, maybe that'll come out as a bit of a thing. So yeah, that's kind of an exclusive, I guess, because like we may just release this Christmas song that we're talking about at the moment. So who knows?
Yeah. So I'm actually a fan of the Smiths.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. And I just found out that actually Johnny Marr was an ex-member of your band from 2008 until 2011.
Yeah.
So I'm actually surprised to know about that. So what was it like to actually to be working with Johnny Marr at that time?
It was cool. It was like in any other situation where you end up being friends with somebody and getting on really well. And like when you're all musicians and you're hanging out and stuff, it just kind of makes sense. But originally we were like, we met Johnny. I met Johnny at Glastonbury actually. We were hanging out, but Gary already met him through the Modest Mouse guys because Gary lives in Portland, and we just got like to know each other and hang out. And then we were at an award ceremony, and they were like, "Oh, let's record a song together." So we did, but instead of writing one song, we wrote like 4 songs in like 3 days. So we're like, wow, like this has gone really well. So we just kept writing, and instead of writing one song together, it became an album. And then before we knew it, Johnny asked if he could be in the band, and we were like, well, you don't turn Johnny Marr down from being in your band. So we thought it was kind of interesting thing. But yeah, I know like a lot of people have him like highly regarded, but like for me, Johnny's just Johnny. He's just like another guy. I mean, I've seen him in his pajamas on the tour bus, it's like he's just Johnny to me, So, but yeah, it was a really fun chapter of the band, and we all got on really well. and he's still one of my good friends. And yeah, we're really pleased with how that whole time in the band went and stuff like that. So and yeah, and like eventually after we'd done the record, it was more than we'd ever wanted to. We originally were going to write one song, as I said. So the fact that we made a record and he joined the band for a few years was like a really great experience and for all of us. And yeah, it was just like, it was fun to have a little bit of a change for a while.
Yeah. So do you have any plans to work with him again in the future?
I guess never say never, but like I feel I don't know. Like there are some recordings that we did that never got released and things. So I don't know. I mean, we're still friends, so never say never. But I feel like Johnny's, he's on with his solo stuff now. Like, because he started doing his his self-titled solo stuff, because he did the Healers before us guys as well, but he started doing his self-titled stuff after he left the band. But yeah, I don't know. At the moment, there's no plans, but never say never. Like, it depends. It just, it's whatever you feel like doing. Like if we're hanging out and we get together and we play, who knows? Like, but yeah, at the moment there's no plans or anything like that. But yeah, I feel like we had a good time.
Oh, okay. Okay. And we have another last question, last but not least. Is there anything that you would like to say to your fans in Malaysia?
Just like thanks to everyone down there, and we really, really hope we can get down there. Our last visit there was like one of our favourite trips we've ever done. So yeah, like I hope we can get there sooner rather than later, and come down and see everyone. So because it's yeah, as I said, we did a tour down there. I can't remember when it was, what year, but like it was a really great experience for us all. Everyone made us feel so welcome. So we would love to get back.
Okay. Okay. So we got like 2 minutes left. So I'm just gonna end this interview. Before that, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to take part in this interview. It's been a great pleasure, and I wish you all the best for the upcoming album. And I hope there will be no delays this time.
Yeah.
I just found out that the album has been delayed, has been pushed back to 20th November, right? Yeah,
we were sad about that. One of the album formats wasn't going to be ready, and we were like, oh, it doesn't seem fair to hold it back from some people and not other ones. But yeah, thanks, thanks for taking time to speak to me as well. And hopefully when we get down there, like come see us, Edward, and come say hi.
Yes, yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Great, thanks a lot. That's cool.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, be safe and take care.
Yeah, stay safe and take care. Thank you.
See you later. Bye.